Shalom, family. I trust that everybody's doing okay, and welcome back to the channel. Family, today we're going to kind of look at Bible history. And if we properly look at it, we'll see that the things in the Old Testament are pretty much precursors of the things in the New Testament. It's either fulfillment of those things or a repeat. And it's also a repeat of the Most High's coming judgment upon this world. We'll also see that Mashiach was the coming of the Most High's plan for salvation. Just like the Ark of the Covenant was a foreshadow of Mashiach, because the same things that were said about the Ark of the Covenant and what it contains is contained in Mashiach himself, and that's the law and mercy. We'll also see that Noah's Ark is synonymous with Mashiach. Okay? It's easier to understand the scriptures, especially the New Testament, if we just remember one thing, and that's contained in Ecclesiastes chapter 1. And I'm going to read a few verses from it. I'm going to read Ecclesiastes chapter 1, verse 9 through 11. The thing that has been is that which shall be, and that which is done is that which shall be done. And there is no new thing under the sun. Is there anything whereof it may be said, see, this is new? It has been already of old time, which was before us. There is no remembrance of former things, neither shall there be any remembrance of things that are to come with those that come after. So we see that the things that happened before are going to happen again. And so the Most High's plan for our salvation was established before the earth, with him being all-knowing. He knew that the man he created would fall. So therefore, he already had a plan for his salvation already established. Now, I know that sounds kind of crazy to some people. They say, well, if the Most High knew that man was going to fall, why didn't he make man to where he couldn't sin? Well, it's a good reason why. The Most High made us for his pleasure, to love us and give us the good things of life. But he wanted you to love him without any duress. He wanted you to love him of your own free will, not because you have to. Think of a relationship now. What if you were with somebody and they had you under bodily threat if you didn't stay there with them and love them? Well, you're not loving them out of your heart. You're loving them out of fear. You're under duress. that's not the way you really feel. And so the Most High don't want people feeling like they under duress. He wants you to love him freely, unconditionally. Okay? If he made us to where we couldn't sin or had a choice, then we really wouldn't be human. We'd just be a bunch of robots walking around here. So this is why he established a plan for salvation. He knew man was going to fall, family. He knew it. And this is why he established, before the foundations of the earth, a way for man to be redeemed. Man's fall did not sneak up on the Most High, and catch him off guard. He already knew it. Let's read a few scriptures and kind of establish that point first. Isaiah 46:10, declaring the end from the beginning, and from ancient times the things that are not yet done, saying, my counsel shall stand, and I will do all my pleasure. Romans chapter 4, verse 17. As it is written, I have made thee a father of many nations, before him whom he believed, even the Most High, who quickeneth the dead, and called those things which be not as though they were. See, that's his pre-knowledge, all-knowing. Joshua chapter 24, verse 15. And if it seem evil unto you to serve the Most High, choose you this day whom you will serve, whether the gods which your fathers served that were on the other side of the flood, or the gods of the Amorites, in whose land you dwell. But as for me and my house, we will serve the Most High. See, we had a choice. Deuteronomy chapter 30, verse 19. I call heaven and earth to record this day against you, that I have set before you life and death, blessing and cursing. Therefore, choose life, that thou and thy seed may live. See, we had a choice in the matter, family. Eve had a choice, whether to obey the Most High's commandments or Satan. And she made a bad choice. But they had a choice nonetheless. Okay? But we're going to kind of look into Mashiach and how that the ark that Noah built is a type of Messiah. Okay? Noah's Ark is a type of Messiah, family, or Mashiach, HaMashiach. It points us to some of the truths, about the work of HaMashiach. Just as the ark was provided by the Most High, for sinners, so is salvation, in HaMashiach, provided by the Most High for sinners. Let's go to Genesis chapter 6, verse 13 and 14. And the Most High said unto Noah, the end of all flesh is come before me, for the earth is filled with violence through them, and behold, I will destroy them with the earth. Verse 14, make thee an ark of gopher wood. Room shall thou make in the ark, and shall pitch it within and without with pitch. See, Noah by nature, family, deserve to be destroyed with everybody else. By nature. You know, we were all born after the fall of man, of Adam, into sin nature. So he deserved to be destroyed too. But because of Noah finding grace in the eyes of the Most High, the Most High graciously, you know, providing him and his family the ark, a means, you know, by which they could escape from the flood of the Most High judgment against sin. In our you know, just like us, in our natural condition, we deserve to perish in hell, but the Most High provided us a Savior in his person, of his Son, through whom we can escape from the fire of the Most High's wrath in hell. You know, Noah and his family, they didn't deserve the ark, just like we don't deserve Mashiach either. We didn't deserve to go to the promised land or the kingdom. We deserved hell. But the Most High gave us, you know, the exact opposite of what we really deserve. Let's go to Genesis chapter 6, verse 7 and 8. And the Most High said, I will destroy man for whom I created from the face of the earth, both man and beast and creeping things and the fowls of the air. For it repented me that I had made them. But verse 8 says, but Noah found grace in the eyes of the Most High. See, it's not that he wasn't born into a sin nature like everybody else, but he found grace in the Most High's eyes because he was obedient. And he did just as the Most High commanded him. Just like the ark, Noah's ark was a place of safety, so is YAHUSHA a place of safety for us. Okay? Let's go to Genesis 6, verse 14 and 15. Where it says, make an ark of gopher wood, room shalt thou make in the ark, and pitch it within and without. Verse 15, and this is the fashion which thou shalt make of it. The length of the ark shall be 300 cubits, the breadth of it 50 cubits, and the height of it 30 cubits. See, Noah didn't design that ark, the Most High did. You know, the ark was a place of safety, you know, for Noah and his family. You know, it sheltered them from the flood of the Most High's judgment. And in a similar fashion, Mashiach is our shelter against the storm, you know, of the Most High's wrath. Those who are in Mashiach are protected, but those who are outside perish. See, those who were inside the ark, you know, were protected. Those outside the ark, we know what happened to them. Those who are in Mashiach are saved and safe and secure. But those of the people, however, who are struggling with assurance of salvation may say, I believe in Mashiach, but I don't feel like I'm saved. You know, just as Noah and his family must go into the ark for their safety, so must we come to Mashiach for our salvation. Okay? And I think that's Genesis chapter 6, if I ain't mistaken, verse 18. Let me look here and make sure I'm right. Genesis 6:18. I don't want to quote the wrong verse. Just a second. Yeah. Verse 6. Genesis 6:18. But with thee I will establish my covenant, and thou shalt come into the ark, and thy sons, and thy wife, and thy sons' wives with thee. See, they had to go into the ark. That was the only place of safety. If they'd have stayed outside the ark and not obeyed the Most High, they would have perished with everybody else. Okay? They went into the ark, in response to the Most High's command. In Genesis chapter 7, verse 1, the Most High commands Noah to go in the ark, him and all his household, to deliver them from the flood. But to enter the ark, is their responsibility, just like it's our responsibility to turn and follow Mashiach. Okay? Let's read Genesis 7:1. And the Most High said unto Noah, Come thou and thy house into the ark, for thee I have seen righteous before me in this generation. See, not that Noah was born righteous, he was born in sinful flesh like we are, but because of his obedience to the Most High, the Most High seen him as righteous, just as he seen, Abraham. Abraham believed the Most High, and it was counted unto him as righteous. Okay? If Noah and his family didn't go into the ark, they would have perished. And, just like Mashiach commands us to come to him. Come to him and he'll give you rest. Go to Matthew 11:28. We're just making comparison here, family. Come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. See, that's where we find our rest and safety in Mashiach, just like Noah and his family found safety in that physical ark, okay, made by hands. And they come to, by faith, in the Most High's promise. The Most High's promise is twofold, family. To destroy those who don't believe in him, and to deliver those who believe in him. Noah and his family believed the Most High's promise, so they entered the ark. Okay? Go to Hebrews 11, verse 7. Let's see here. Yeah. By faith, being warned of the Most High of things not seen as yet, moved with fear, prepared an ark to the saving of his house, by the which he condemned the world, and became heir of righteousness, which is by faith. See, by faith, him and his family entered into the ark. Okay? When we look in the Gospels, Mashiach promises never to cast out those who come to him. We'll find that in John chapter 6, verse 37. And all that the Father giveth me shall come to me, and him that cometh to me I will in no wise cast out. See, he just promises to save those who believe in him. And that's what we have to do. We have to believe in his promise. We're living in the days of Noah. It's just a repeat, family. Only this time it won't be destroyed by water. It'll be destroyed by fire. They shall, they went into the ark individually. Noah entered the ark, and so must his family. Noah can't go in the ark on his family's behalf. They had to go in of their own themselves and of their faith. Just like we can't save our loved ones. We can't there's nothing we can do when they reject the gospel. They can't get saved through us. Have to work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. So Noah's family had to also believe and have faith. Because just by him entering, wasn't going to save them. They had to go in too. You just have to come to Mashiach by faith. Salvation is personal. We work out our own salvation. We just can't do it for our family, probably much as we'd like to, but we can't. We can only share the word with them and hope that they respond. Just like that call to go into the ark, that was a limited time offer, family. That wasn't no long-standing offer. You either go in or don't. Just like coming to Mashiach, it's a limited time offer. Before the judgment by the Most High, before his wrath. I believe, where is that? I think it's, I think we want to go to, let me see, I think it's Genesis 7. Just a minute. Genesis 7. And I think verse 16. Genesis 7:16. And they that went in, male and female, of all flesh, as the Most High wind getting me here, has commanded him, and the Most High shut him in. See, the Most High shut him in. And when the Most High closed the door to the ark, family, it was too late. Those who didn't go in couldn't go in. And it's going to be that way today. When the opportunity closes, family, when Mashiach appears, it's too late. Because we read in the book of Revelation, say, he comes quickly, and he got his reward in his hand. He's going to reward the ones that did good. He's going to reward also the unbelieving and wicked. So when he appears, you can't run and holler, oh, okay, I'm going to change, I believe. No, it's too late. Just like the ark, the door didn't stay open all the time. The Most High shut it in the appointed time. He shut the door for protection of them that was inside that ark, and as a punishment for those outside. See, once that door was shut, it wasn't no more opportunity for people to come into the ark and be saved from the Most High's wrath. I can imagine how those people were when they was outside and that flood came. It was probably a pretty bad thing. I know I wouldn't have wanted to have to go through that. It's like what Isaiah 55 and 6 say, seek the Most High while he can be found. And they didn't, and so they perished. The Most High is just, he's not slacking his promises, family. What he has spoken about the coming judgment is the same way about the judgment of the flood. People were warned for over 100 years. And we're just living in days like the days of Noah right now. It's people still not believing, still going on, carrying out life as usual. They care more about luxuries and, acquiring wealth and partying and everything except for having their thoughts on what's coming down the road for them, and that's the Most High judgment. 2 Peter chapter 3 verse 7 say, but the heavens and the earth, which are now by the same word, are kept in store, reserved unto fire against the day of judgment and perdition of ungodly men. See, the same way it happened, about the flood. It's letting you know this world now is reserved unto fire. Okay? Not going to be any more flood to destroy the earth. It's going to be destroyed by fire. So people are doing the same thing that Mashiach talked about. In fact, let's read it. Matthew 24, verse 37 and 39. But as in the days of Noah were, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. For as in the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking, marrying and giving in marriage, until the day that Noah entered the ark, and knew not until the flood came, and took them all away. So shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. Same thing, family. People are living exactly like that in the days of Noah today. We are actually living in a repeat of the days of Noah. People not repenting. People not coming to Mashiach and following him. People still disobey the Most High. And just like they didn't know the day that flood was going to happen, they're not going to know the day of the destruction now, because the scriptures clearly tell you no man knows the day or hour. It's going to come up on them suddenly. The scriptures tell us he's coming like a thief in the night, totally unexpected, everybody caught off guard. And that's exactly how it's going to happen. Let me read one more here. Matthew 25:21. And he said unto him, Well done, thy good and faithful servant. Thou hast been faithful over a few things. I will make thee ruler over many things. Enter thou into the joy of the Most High. Those are the words that most of us want to hear, family. You know, we need to enter into a relationship with Mashiach just like Noah and them entered into the ark for their safety and salvation. See, salvation is not only spiritual, salvation can be physical too. You know, the Most High saves you from destruction. Just as Pharaoh's army was closing in on the children of Israel, well, what did Moses say? Stand still. See the salvation of the Most High. So it's physical too, not just spiritual. So we should want them both. You know, be sheltered against the destruction that's coming, and sheltered against, eternal damnation. The Most High, even poured his wrath out on Mashiach. In other words, the flood of the Most High's wrath fell on Mashiach. And the Most High shut the door to heaven against Mashiach. That's why he felt the way he felt when he was being hung. When he cried out, Elohim, my Elohim, why have you forsaken me? See, he felt lonely and shut off. But that had to be done. The same way the people was crying that was locked out of the ark. I mean, all of them was just crying and hollering and screaming, but that's just the way it was, So, I know, family, at some point we do things that we transgress the Most High. And it's a bad feeling, isn't it? You feel momentarily or temporarily, apart from the Most High. Even though you ask for forgiveness and repent, you just kind of feel abandoned or separated from the Most High because of what you did, And so, if any of you experience that feeling, you know what I'm talking about. That is one of the worst feelings in the world, when you feel like you're no longer connected to the Most High. Even though he forgives you and when you repent, it's just a feeling of being estranged from him for a period of time until you mentally or spiritually get past it. You just feel unworthy all over again. So that's why we should strive the best we can not to transgress against the Most High, because that feeling that you're not connected no more is not a good feeling, is it? So, yes, Mashiach resembles the physical ark of wood, just like the Ark of the Covenant. All those things were precursors, family. The temple and the Ark of Covenant, that was a precursor to the heavenly temple. Same thing, And this is why these people over in the land now gonna build a third temple. That has nothing to do with us, family. See, he's not coming back looking for no temple. We're the temple. See, we are the temple, the people. The scriptures ask you that, know you not, you know that you the temple of the Most High. That's who he's coming back for. Not no physical temple. That's done away with. Okay? When he took his last breath, when Mashiach took his last breath, all of that was destroyed. The veil of the temple and all of that was rent half in two. So he's not coming back looking for no temple that was made with hands. Okay? That has nothing to do with us. Alright? So, okay, family, I just wanted to kind of share the similarities between the ark made of wood and the ark of the covenant. All of it is really pointing toward Mashiach. And so this is why I don't understand why the Old Testament only people can't believe. I just don't get it. You're seeing these things repeating themselves right in front of your eyes and you still don't believe? Okay, fam. That's about it. And I'll talk to you on the next video. Shalom.